Hello, happy Thursday, everybody. Today I'm so excited to give you a little sneak peek of the upcoming September to December mini catalog from Stampin' Up. And I've got 2 cards for you today featuring 2 color combos and 2 card layouts that you are going to love to use in your own Christmas card making. My name is Lori DeGroote from Lorita Marie Crafts, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Calgary, Alberta. And I come live on Thursdays so that I can share fun tips, techniques, ideas, and inspiration to help you take your paper crafting supplies and turn them into beautiful projects, such as Christmas cards. I mean, we can't believe we're talking about Christmas cards already. The summer flies by all the time, right? We are only, let's see, 1 week out from my kids going back to school. Crazy. We are 2 weeks out from the new catalog. So I can't show you anything inside the catalog yet, but I hope that you have a copy that you got in the mail. So here is the front cover of mine. Yay, holiday. So if you don't have a demonstrator or would love a catalog from me, I would love to pop one in the mail for you. Once September 6th hits, you can always find a digital version online, but there's something about the physical thing and flipping through it that is just completely different. So if you would like a copy, you can always just request one here or message me or my website. I have a request, a catalog form. I think my sister just booed me. That's not very nice. You can't boo me on my video. So you can request a catalog and then you can have one in your own hands and you can get lots of inspiration from the catalog, right? So not just full of products, always lots of good ideas in there as well. The other thing I wanted to say, I have got a tickle in my throat, so hang on a second. I don't think there's anything left in my cup. I should have brought some water down here. September 6th is also my first card class of the fall. So I am having card classes all throughout the fall. And once a month I have one that's just called Creative Craft Night, for lack of a better name. And it's just a way to provide an opportunity for us to get together and be creative and make some cards. So all the information is on my website. So shop classes, you'll see in the menu, and then you can see all the details for all my upcoming classes. Or you can just tell me, hey, I want the information and I'll send it to you. But for my first class here, you've got 3 of my card kits to choose from. You come, everything's prepped. You get to use my ink pads and my stamp sets and all that stuff. And it's just a fun evening. And we got coffee and treats, of course. Got to have coffee and treats. So you've got 3 options to choose from. First one is my Layering Leaves card kit here. Second one is the Kindest Expressions card kit. And you make these 3 cards. Let's see, which way they go. And then the last one is my most recent one, is the Masterfully Made card kit. So this is a fun fold one. So you've got the 3 options to choose from. If you don't live in Calgary or you can't make it, you can always order one online and I'll pack it all up for you and mail it out to you if you live in Canada. So lots of great options there. And I asked on my Facebook page here if it was too early to talk about Christmas cards. And everybody said, no, I'm way behind. So let's get to it. I am sorry, I have got a huge tickle in my throat. All right, let's see what we can do. So this is the catalog, and I cannot show you the inside, but I can show you some of sneak peeks of the products. So this is a designer series paper called A Walk in the Forest. And if you have your catalog, you may miss it because it's right at the beginning. So this is a special DSP, and it is a fundraiser one. So $4 from every sale of this paper will go towards Stampin' Up charities that they support. So that's pretty exciting and a great way to help people out just by buying some paper here. So it's so cute. So I want to show you all the patterns. Okay, hang on 1 second. That was my daughter yelling down the stairs. Oh, we're having a fun day today. Okay, so here's the paper. So this has got this cute little bears on it and cute little trees. And then there's this great holly pattern. And what I love about this paper is that you've got some traditional looking patterns. Like I cannot resist like this kind of pattern on Christmas paper, hey, where it's got boughs and pine cones and holly branches. I love it. And then we've got the cute little bears again. And then we've got some trees and then some other different types of trees. So cute. And then we've got the other side. So we've got stripes and snowflakes and more stripes, right? So you've got your busy patterns that you can connect with your more solid patterns. So we've got little, looks like snow falling and some boughs again. Let's see, you see the patterns. And then this one has little trees on it. So cute, right? So obviously the fronts and the backs here all work so well together, and you're gonna love how the patterns work together. And so I've got two color combos to show you today that can come out of this paper and two layouts. And what I wanted to do is just give you simple layouts, because with Christmas card making, you can make the odd elaborate card, but if every card is elaborate, you're gonna need 4 months to make all your Christmas cards. So it's more about multiples, right? So what's really fun about this paper is there's a couple special features. So let's look at these ones. There is going to be a punch that will punch out these cute little bears. So there's that. And then there's a bundle called Merriest Trees. And let's just pull this out here. Okay, so here's the stamp set. It's got 2 trees, some fun sayings. This is what we're going to be using today. And the, it's missing some of the pieces here. This is the Merriest Trees dies, which also comes with, I'll pull them off already here. So look at all these trees. So cute. And it matches the trees on this paper. So if you've got a Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss machine, you can cut out the trees. So you've got 3 different sizes that you can cut out. If you don't have one, never fear. You can always use your scissors and fussy cut your trees and your polar bear and your little bears out. So that's always an option as well. So let's get to our first card. So our first color combination that I want to show you today is Balmy Blue, Shaded Spruce, and Garden Green. Now, I don't know what your favorite Christmas green is from Stampin' Up. Shaded Spruce is one of my favorites that I go to a lot. Garden Green is kind of a classic, but these colors look amazing together. And think of silver as your accent. So now we can't place an order from this catalog until September 6th, but don't forget that in the annual catalog, there is lots of fun things, especially like coordinating products that you can get now, especially if you've got bonus days coupons to use to set you up for your Christmas crafting. So you can look through the ribbons and gems and embellishments. You can get, say, like a Regal's cardstock pack. You know, there's lots of things to get you prepped. So first thing we're going to do is get our card base put together. So this is Balmy Blue as the card base. And so as usual, I've just cut the cardstock in half, 8 1/2, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored in half at 4 1/4. And then we're going to cut a piece of Shaded Spruce cardstock. So we're just going to cut this to 4 by 5 1/4, which is just a standard mat size. Remember, we don't want this to be too fussy. So we've got that. And then you're going to go through all that fun DSP and pick out a pattern that you love. And so I've chose this one with the trees, and we're going to cut it to 3 3/4 by 5. And then sometimes, even on a simple card, if you just add something that has a little interest to it, a little detail, then it kind of can step it up a notch. So this paper is an annual catalog, and it is the textured shimmer paper. And conveniently, It comes in white, shaded spruce, and balmy blue. So this would be a perfect companion piece to go with this paper because all the right colors. And so here's a little bit of the blue. So you can see it's got like little ridges and it's a little shimmery and shiny, which is kind of fun. And so I'm just going to add a little piece of this. So this is 2.5. I'm just going to go, 2.5 by 1.5. And then it's just going to add a little bit of interest to my card without being too hard to do. We're trying to make it easy on us here. And then I want to cut out a tree with these fun dies. So like I said, there's all sorts of different sizes in the dies. And I'm going to have another week where I go through all the dies and everything it cuts out in the stamp set. But the point is that every die cuts out every layer of the tree. That's why there's all these different sizes. So I'm going to choose this layer here, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out of some garden green cardstock. So easy. Just grab your Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. Got platform 1, 2, 3, your cutting plate. I've got some garden green, and then we'll just put our die on and cut it out. Simple. So I just wanted to show that it looks good even if you don't stamp it or cut it out of the paper. But even just the solid green looks nice. So let's just move that out of the way. So we've got that. And so our simple card is coming together, and all that we need now is a sentiment. And so you could just cut this to size. You could cut something bigger if this is too small. This is from the, now I forget the name of the dies. Something Fancy, that's what they are, Something Fancy dies. It's just a little piece here, and because it's the perfect size for this sentiment here that says love and joy, or you could do to you and yours in there. Or you could cut out something bigger or just cut it to size. You don't even need a die for a sentiment, right? You could always just cut it to size with a paper trimmer. And I'm just going to grab a block here. And I'm going to stamp this in shaded spruce. And that's going to help pull out that shaded spruce that I put back there. So I'm just going to ink that up. So this is a label piece I already cut out. And there we go. Love and joy. We'll just close that up. Okay, so now we've got everything together. Let's put our card together here. So just grab your Stampin' Seal. And so we'll just go through the measurements one more time. So you know it's really easy. So we got 4 by 5.25. So this is just a 1/4 inch smaller than the card base. And then we've got our DSP, which is now a 1/4 inch smaller than that. So that's 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. And then we've got a really fun shimmer paper. And so this is 2.5 by 1.5. So we're just put that on, and I'm going to put mine off to the side. I've been doing that a lot lately. But you can center it if you prefer that. And then we've got our cute little tree that I'm just going to grab some dimensionals here. I think I've got a sheet somewhere. Sure go through these fast, hey? I go through a lot of dimensionals. Let's grab a new sheet. What's another thing that you can stock up on before you get to the mini catalog is, do you have all your adhesives? All the things. So we're going to just put this off to the side like this, and it's going to cover up the end of our little shimmery blue piece. We've got our sentiment, but it'd be nice to have one more little detail. So let's go ahead and grab this fun silver twine. So this twine comes in a combo pack with silver and gold. There's also an online exclusive ribbon that comes in a pack of silver and gold, so you could check that out in the online store. you know, you look through all the ribbons, you're going to find gold ones, white ones, there's balmy blue. You're going to find things that are going to look good with your Christmas project. So just add that little bit extra. So I cut it to about 12 inches. I just tying it in a bow. I find this twine quite slippery, if that makes sense, in a knot. So if you stick it in a glue dot, it kind of holds it in place. And then we're just going to like tuck it behind the sentiment like that. So I'll put a dimensional on one end and then maybe a glue dot on the other end. Oh, that's sticking there. Okay. And we'll just layer it over top of the knot part. Probably not crooked though. Let's see here. Come on. Straight. There we go. And then we need some embellishments. Now, my favorite gems have retired. Oh, those red rhinestone gems. I don't know about you guys. If you like Christmas, I would buy a whole pack and I would put those little red gems on literally everything. So in lieu of those, I have a new substitute for you, a new favorite. Now, this isn't the whole thing, but in the annual catalog, actually, I wonder if I could find it for you. Here, let's pull it out. In lots of gems, right? So here, if you can see, you can't really see it, but they're called the Festive Pearls. And so they're cherry cobbler, soft succulent, which is retired, but it'll still go with lots of things. Silver and gold. So these are going to be a new great go-to for your Christmas cards. And so I've got some of the silver that I'm going to use right now. So I'm going to grab my take your pick tool and we're just going to put these on here and there and everywhere. I typically add 3, or if I want to go crazy, then I add 5. You might want to add more than that too. All right, let's fold this in half. So the 2 cards that I'm making today are my next card kit. So when you place an order over 60 with my current host code, I pack up card kits for you and put them in the mail. And you would get to make these cards. So here's our first one. So fun. So you can see how this layout, you could just swap out your favorite patterns and it'll look completely different. So that is our first card. And where am I going to put it? Got a lot of stuff going on. Let's get to our second one. So for our second color combo, I have got Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, and Crumb Cake. Now, I love to add crumb cake to my Christmas cards for that like little natural element. I always find it just works really well. And so that is the color combo that we're going for this card. And so let's get our pieces here. So our card base is Crumb Cake, 8.5. Why keep doing that? 5.5 by 8.5. This one's not scored. So I'm just going to score it at 4.25. And just remember, Stampin' Up's paper trimmer is amazing, by the way. You've got your cutting blade and then you've got your scoring blade, all on the same thing. So that's our card base. Then we're going to take a piece of Garden Green, and I'm just going to go for a different mat size this time. So I'm going to go for an 1/8 of an inch mat instead of the 1/4 inch that we did on the last card. So this is going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So that's already cut. And then I'm going to use this fun stripy pattern from our Walk in the Forest DSP. And I'm going to cut that to 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to add another pattern to this. So I really love this one, like I said. And so I'm going to just cut a square out of it. So the DSP is going to be 3 by 3. And then I want to mat that as well. So I'm going to mat that on Cherry Cobbler. 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, just so it's just slightly bigger. So for Stampin' Up Reds for Christmas, you've got, you know, Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Poppy Parade. I find that Cherry Cobbler and Real Red can be not totally interchangeable, but a little bit, especially like detail. So Cherry cobbler is what's in the DSP, but if you've got real red ribbon, it's still going to look amazing. And I'm actually going to use that today on my project. And then you're going to want to stay after this card too, because I've got a special little tag to show you already done, just for another idea with this paper. So let's start. We'll just start putting this together. So I love stripes. I cannot resist anything with stripes. I went shopping the other day, and my mantra was, you can't buy anything that stripes, because I have so many striped things in my wardrobe. At some point, you don't want to look the same every day. And so I'm putting it on my card instead. Okay, and then we're just going to put these two together. I love this pattern. And I love the addition, actually, if you're wondering what this dark is, that is pretty peacock. And I love the addition of that color to this paper. So you could also use that green instead. And then I played around with this. I kind of liked it up here. I kind of liked it to the side. I ended up putting mine down here. But if you get this card kit, you could, or use this layout, you can maneuver this square kind of wherever you like. And then we're going to cut out our sentiment using this one here for the merriest tree. So it says, we wish you a Merry Christmas. And what's fun about it is it's meant to fit on a tree. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to cut out the tree first. I think it's this one. I got to make sure I got the right size. So this is the second largest tree. And I think we'll go ahead and cut it out first, and then I'm going to stamp. So we'll just grab all our stuff again. I just got some basic white cardstock, my tree. And then we'll just quickly run that through. All right. And then you've got your little tree. And then we're going to stamp the sentiment right on it. I love this. It looks so cute. And I'm going to stamp in Cherry Cobbler. You might want to check your reds and your green ink pads. Make sure maybe you might need a re-inker before you start getting to your Christmas cards. And then it just kind of fits nicely in the center there. Isn't that fun? So cute. So cute. And then I felt like we needed a little star for our tree. So I'm just going to show you on the dies here a little bit. So there's a few different stars. So we've got, I don't know, here, what do I want to do? It's probably easier to see it cut out. So we've got this little one. We've got this one that cuts out like a little detail. So cute. You could stamp and cut out. So there's the stamp and that cuts out. And then there's also just a solid star. So that's the one I went with. So you've got all these different options. And I'm just going to use a glue dot. Actually, I'm going to put it on the tip of my tree. And then this star fits just perfect on there. You can see that. But it kind of is just obviously made for this die. So it fits the top of that tree just perfect. And then we're going to use some ribbon. So in the animal catalog, you're going to see there's a combo pack of garden green and real red ribbon. So that's a great thing to get for Christmas. And I'm going to use just about 4 inches here of the real red. And we're just going to put down a little adhesive and just kind of use it like a tag. Fold it in half so it's going to be sticking out from the side of our tree like that. So we're going to put some dimensionals on our tree. And then last but not least will be some embellishments. So just like that. So cute. So because like I said, there was no real red rhinestones anymore. So here's something from the new catalog called Loose Holly Gems and Sequins. So these are not adhesive, so they're loose like they say. So you've got, look, it just looks pretty like that. You're gonna want to make a shaker card with this, or a shaker tag. That's what I should do. We've got like little golden notes. We've got little holly. We've got little silver. Well, it's not silver. That's the back of the gems. So then there's like little red gems. So I'm just going to pull out a couple. So there's two sizes, big and small. And you can use your take your pick tool for this because it's going to be they're a little small to handle. Or you can just dump them out and then use your sticky end of your take your pick tool to grab them up. And actually that's what I'm going to do to get my adhesive on. So I'm going to hold it with my take your pick tool, put a little bit of glue on the back, and then I'm going to put it on my project. Get the next one. That's probably way too much glue. Remember, you just need like the teeniest bit of glue. But it'll dry up. And then I'm actually going to put one on my star as well. The trick is, oh, there it goes. That's why you want your take your pick tool. All the ends will help you with your crafting. Every end. Okay. Let's close that up. Just give those a second to dry. Maybe I'll fold it this way this time. Just use my bone folder to make it lie nice and flat. And there's our second card. So let's pull back the other one. So we've got two cards, this is the same DSP, but two totally different looks with the different color schemes, right? So we've got our Balmy Blue, Shaded Spruce, and Garden Green. We've got Crumb Cake, Cherry Cobbler, and Garden Green on that one. And then I just wanted to show you a tag that I made just to show you a little bit more with that paper. So this is using the little bears. I had to use the little bears. And so this die set comes with a tag die. So cute. And so I just cut it right out of the DSP. It comes with this little tag cover. And then this twine, check this out. This is also in the annual catalog. So it's like jute with silver wrapped through it. So it's perfect for Christmas tags. It's nice and thick. And then I just cut out a tree, cut out the little bear to you and yours. And then this is the soft succulent gems. Remember how I was saying that color is officially retired, but it still looks good on these projects. You probably can't even tell, but it looks really great. And then I was thinking, this just could be a winter birthday tag. It's nothing particularly Christmassy about it. So like I had a happy birthday from the Something Fancy, is that what it's called? So you could just easily cut that out. And now it's a happy birthday tag. So it works for all things. So those are our projects for today. Let me just come back up. Thanks for bearing with me there. Yeah, so I hope you like this little sneak peek of the catalog that's coming out in just a couple of weeks. And from now on, I'll have more fun holiday projects to share with you over the next coming months. Remember that if you make a purchase, I'll put these as a card kit for you to receive for free. Or if you're going to come to my class on September 6th, don't forget to register before next week. And you've got 3 card kits. Look at all these fun cards. You've got 3 card kits to choose from. So I hope to see you there. And I will be back next week with another fun sneak peek of my projects and a celebration of the first day of school next Thursday. So that's fun too. So I hope you guys take care and have a good weekend, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.